Welcome back from the break. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're watching NewsX. Our big focus this hour, Chandrayaan-2 is hours away from landing on the moon, and Vikram, the lander, is expected to touch the lunar surface around 1:53 a.m. A historic feat now awaits ISRO as India's premier space agency. ISRO's achievement will leave a huge lesson, though, for other struggling PSUs in the country. One is the HAL, the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which has come down under heavy criticism from the Indian Air Force for its production glitches that have led to several aircrafts crashing over the previous year, and hence India looking abroad for quality aircraft such as Rafale. The big question then is, with India desperately in need of modern aircrafts, should HAL model be revisited? Should we let ISRO perhaps take control of defense production as well? Doesn't the success of ISRO and the lessons that ISRO's success model teach us also be replicated as far as other struggling PSUs in our country are concerned as well, should be perhaps tasked with? Let's quickly open this up to our panel. Group Captain Sandeep Mehta, defense analyst, live with us. Yogesh Kumar Joshi, astronomer, also joining us live on the broadcast. Martan Jha, senior research fellow, will be joining us shortly. Pathikrit Pine, geostrategist, is live with us on the program. Let me begin with you first. And Mr. K. Siddhartha, former scientist, is also joining us live on the program. K. Siddhartha, yeah, come in here. What are your thoughts on these two PSU examples?
Yes. I just extend on the argument put by two esteemed panel members. See, if you're going to take a look at the success story of some of the organizations in India, you're going to find Amul had been successful, Metro had been successful, you're going to ISRO has been successful. Of course, you're going to find a good number of them. All of them have been without bureaucracy, right? Anyone who goes on to get protection under Article 311 and 312 to an extent that the Indian bureaucracy goes on to do it, that is one problem that goes on to be created. HAL goes on to be a case in point. The second part is that the type of a training most of these bureaucrats going to be getting when they're going to go to academy, where they are taught all the type of nefarious activities in that place, and it's completely colonial bent of a mind. So unless you invest your thinking into production, into organization, into running organization, what Amul has done, what ISRO has been able to do, what even Aadhaar has been able to do, most of those things that you're going to find successful, there has been investment of thinking. Bureaucrats don't go to invest their thinking and emotions into it, right? The third part is, of course, we can go to talk about politicization and other things. Now, the work culture goes into flow from the top. And at the moment, something is going to be flawed, and you don't going to be having an accountability, and a bureaucrat knows that he's in one PSU today, he's going to be transferred into another PSU tomorrow, right? He doesn't going to be having any accountability in that case at all. So the fundamental part is we require a specialist journalist who can go on to be working with HAL rather than be a journalist in that case. And it's only when people going to be simple, very simple, like the people work in ISRO, very simple, very innocent. Only these type of people can go on to work for the country right now. This is the type of paradigmatic shift that we require to do for our country and for the work culture as well.
Mr. Siddhartha, what do you believe is the USP that has led to the success of ISRO in this manner?
I think in Hindi, what you're going to be calling it, being manasvi, perseverance, that's one part. Being very innocent, being completely devoted to the job. The fourth will be investment of thinking and emotions into it. Now, when you're going to be all of these things, even if you are having a lack of talent, you're going to make it by way of your sincerity. Values and sincerity at any point of a time are much more significant than talent and intelligence. And that is the catchword of it. We are talking about capabilities. Right, HAL may be having some qualification, but as far as the capabilities are concerned, that is how work culture comes, attitude comes, and it is attitude in ISRO that matters the most. It is the sheer feeling of being attached to ISRO of the people who are working in there that goes on to work the most. And that is the one thing that I think that's the best thing. Imagine none of them have been trained in any of these Western countries, any universities, and still they are in a position to beat it. It's a sheer example of perseverance.
We leave it at that. My thanks to all of our panelists for joining us on this particular debate. And we, of course, will continue our coverage building up to that historic moment of when Chandrayaan-2 will hopefully land on the moon early tomorrow morning.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.